Oh my God, Jeevi, you won.
I
That's
won.
so cool. I know you found this out like last week, so it's not a surprise anymore. How are you feeling now? How are you feeling about everything?
So yeah, it has been a week, right? I'm feeling more settled, to be honest. I think at first it was like a whole range of emotions. It was like excitement, and then like, did this just happen? And like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? And it's just a whole range of emotions. And then of course, thanking everybody as well, and individually in the group, all the WhatsApp groups, Facebook, everything. So kind of, just making sure I was also thanking everybody. So it was a whole range of emotions for sure for the past week.
Oh my God, I love it so much. Well, you are so deserving. But let's tell everybody who you are and what you do, just for some context, so they know. I mean, so many different types of businesses have won this grant now, but yeah, interested in you sharing what you do so other people know who can apply.
Okay, so my name is Jeevi and I run AWJ, Afrowithjeevi. So it's an African dance fitness business in Singapore. And we basically do studio classes, corporate classes, events, collaborations. And most recently, we've also done an Afro dance experience event where we brought down African dancers from different parts of Africa. And yes, the business is also moving to do retreats in Kenya, so that's the new part of the business. And yeah, so it's a community. It's about dance. It's about connection, and it's about pushing boundaries. And that's what AWJ is about. Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. And so you went out and you garnered votes from your community and won the $10,000. What is $10,000 going to mean for your business?
Where do I start? I think just honestly, firstly, it was giving me that confidence that I know I could cover the basic needs of the business because the business did just shift quite a bit, quite significantly in the past few months as I have traveled to Kenya in the past few months. I've been here for a while and I have instructors continuing the classes in Singapore. But of course, with every change, it takes time for people to get used to the different changes. And so basically, I guess it was definitely a relief, getting the grant, knowing that at least I know my instructors will be paid for the next few months, my studio rental will be covered for the next few months, and social media as well. So definitely it was the basic needs that I know I'm like, okay, I know for the next few months it can be covered. And then it also gives me the headspace to like think of all the other things that I wanted to do. So like I said, the event, the retreat, now that I know that part is taken care of, I know I can create more impact with the other things that I wanted to do. So yeah, it helps so much.
I love that. It's so interesting. I was talking to somebody the other day, and it is sometimes that financial stress when you're not sure whether the basics are being covered and if you're going to make it to the end of the month or whatever it might be, that stress stops us from innovating and stops us from thinking about the
Yeah.
big ideas. So I know you'd been talking about retreats. So I'm so excited that, by having that certainty in the business means you can add in a new product offering. I think that that's so cool.
Yeah, and it's a big one, so I know it's gonna take a lot of my time and my energy and headspace. So yeah, it just helps so much that I know I can focus on this, and especially being here, being able to like plan things here, it definitely helps a
So
lot.
cool. I love it. And what made you apply for the grant? Like, what was that process like for you?
So actually, I wanted to apply for it last year, towards the end of the year. It was actually before my event that I was organizing, but something held me back. I don't know. I think it was just having a lot on my plate, and I think you kind of need a bit of headspace to apply for a grant. And it is a mental thing. I think it's such a mental thing applying for a grant because are you in a position to even be able to receive, right? I think it was a lot about that for me as well. And I think at that time I just wasn't in that space. So I was like, okay, now that I'm in a different space in life, I'm gonna try and give it my all, not gonna hold back in any way. So I was and also taking into consideration that I had all of these dreams and goals and visions, I was like, this could help, Jeevi. This could really help. So just put yourself out there and just do it. And you never, I mean, what was the worst that could happen, right? Like I would have, you know, received access to another business community, a global community with resources, and I would have put myself out there as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman, and put my business out there, which I would have not before. So I think even before, yeah, I think even just applying for the grant, it had already given me so much and it had connected me with the community a bit more and connected me with people that I probably would not even have reached out to, because it really made you push your boundaries and like, hey, I just applied for a grant, would you like to vote, even though we've not spoken in months. It's kind of just like you just have to
Yeah.
you just have to do what it takes, right? So yeah.
That is so cool. I love it. And so is that what you did? Like, how did you go about getting votes?
So my first one was my community, like my immediate AWJ dance community. So I I know that, yeah. So it was my WhatsApp group, the immediate community, my Instagram, and then it was all the different WhatsApp groups that I was a part of, and those groups included businesswomen who also wanted to support other businesswomen. So that definitely helped, and then it was Facebook for sure, and LinkedIn I think also was a very good one. To be honest, I was quite hesitant about LinkedIn. I don't know why. And then somebody gave me a nudge and to just ask me to put my why out there as well. So I think even what the messaging was also important. It was not just like reaching out to people randomly and like asking for money. It was putting yourself out there in a way that this money was gonna have impact, and there was a bigger purpose and a bigger reason behind it. And it was also, I guess, yeah, it was, I think, towards the last point, it definitely helped getting feedback about what position I was in, because I didn't even think I would be top 20, and then I was second. And then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm second now. And then I became first. And then I was like, no, okay, like, you have to keep still pushing. It was kind of like even it is a competition, but it was like a race, like a running race. That's what I felt like. It was like competing with the first person. And then so I think, yeah, that feedback definitely helped just to know where we were, so that I knew when to push and how to strategize, who to ask, and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting. I always worry about the leaderboard because I'm like, I don't want people to feel bad about where they're sitting. But then
Yeah.
I think if you are in that position where you're like, oh my gosh, we could actually win this, like it is kind of motivating when it comes down to the wire. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so good. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I think that, your business is amazing. And we've got a podcast episode out, which we just happened to have recorded, I think a little bit like the
Yeah.
week before, which is crazy. And so, yeah, I hope everyone goes and listens to that as well, because I love your community. I love the impact that you're bringing through dance. It's just so awesome. And I know that the $10,000 grant will help you innovate more and bring this positivity to more people. It's awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it would definitely help. And I can't
Awesome.
wait. Like, I can't wait for everything to happen.
No, it's so good. And we will make sure that we check back in with you in like 6 to 12 months and hear all of your success. So thank you for sharing your story with Spark and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.